What's going on, everybody? It's Oryon RC here. Wanted to go over my Sprint 2. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a video, and I had a couple people asking me to do something on kind of going over how I got these Eagle arms to work, as well as the upper motor mount that I had to custom cut. I custom cut it from an original Sprint 2 motor mount. I just cut it to make it fit, had to drill a hole, so I'll go over that here in a minute. So first off, I just wanted to say I'm coming to you from Oryon RC's RC Drift Track. So thank you, everybody. Look me up, YouTube, everything, or like, subscribe, whatnot. Thank you very much for everybody that has and what. So yeah. There's my two little shelf queens sitting there doing nothing because they have not moved in a while. They both have light kits, whatnot, all that. I just built them a while ago before this track was here, and I just haven't gotten into destroying them. There's my Sprint 2 basher car right there, my S13. Hood comes off, whatnot, but we're not into that right now. So let's get into this Sprint 2 real quick. Front upper arms, Eagle Racing TT02 FRD in gold. I had to drill through this upper shock tower. Alright, I had to completely drill through. I forget what the size of the hole is that I needed, but it had to be just barely big enough to where the shaft slid through super tight. Alright, it slid through super tight. Okay, so I drilled the hole through that, and then I set my spaces accordingly so that I had, holding the camera today, so it might get a little wobble. I got the correct caster, so whenever I went into full lock, my tire, I have full ground. Alright, I don't know, that doesn't make any sense, but the bottom of my tire is completely touching the ground. It doesn't have any angle or whatnot. That way it leads the car as it needs to, the direction it needs to go, so it sits there and holds that drift longer. And I mean, you know, it's a Sprint 2, but that's some pretty good angle to me. So, yep. Yeah, buddy. So, yeah. So that's what I did. I drilled the hole through there and then adjusted as I needed. I took the original shaft or original tie rod that Eagle Racing came with, or that the arm came with. I took that out and put another titanium one in that was just shorter, and that covered the gap that I needed. And then I just put this ball cup on there. That way it would just, you know, you got no arm, nothing to snap, nothing like that, because that's what I like about other products is there's, you know, you got the option to get rid of that dang sleeve or that rod there so you don't snap it on anything. And that was the only thing that I did not like about Yeah Racing's. But, you know, still an amazing kit. You know, active toe. I'm not using it right now, but I know people probably really like that option on it. And so, you know, I'm running carpet, everything's super stiff. So, Eagle Racing arms up front. There you go. Alright, and the other one that people asked about was my custom cut upper motor mount that I designed there. It just came from, again, that piece right there I had spare. Cut it, made that work. So if anybody wants to do it themselves, feel free. You can figure it out, I'm sure. It just took me a minute there, and I had a cutter, or I mean, it's like a bench grinder, you know. I mean, so that's what I made work there. Excuse me. I'm actually having 10 of them made by a fab guy right now in this area of a couple of different aluminum colors, which is kind of crazy, but it's going a different route, and I'm getting them to set it up with these screws, and it's still going to have a swivel point. So as long as that's working out like he says it is, he's not BSing me, that shouldn't be too much longer, and I should have a couple of these available. So, you know, keep posted with me, guys. Hopefully that goes through and that works out. So My FDR, I changed it to 8.14. Okay, I went ahead and went with the Yeah Racing gear once it came out. It's an amazing smooth gear. I got to give a shout out to Yeah Racing. I really like their gears, and something else that I picked up for their track that I will discuss here in just a second if I got some time. 21 tooth pinion, 84 spur. Alright, it's 8.14 is where I'm at here. My purple chassis that I got Yeah Racing, they're sending me a purple rear wheel drive kit right now. It should be in the mail any day. Can't wait for that to show up. That I'm going to run at 8.54 FDR and see how that does. I'm going to run a 21 tooth on the 84 that's there. I got a nice purple oxygen gear. Might be a little louder, it's metal, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Got a couple other extras for the purple one that I didn't have for this one, so you know, we'll see how that goes. Rear rods I changed from the Yeah Racing ones. I changed to the GPM rods. A couple other people went that route too. I think that's the way to go. You won't have to worry so much about snapping the rod. What else have I changed on this? Eagle arms, upper motor mount. I think that just about does it, guys. I am running a shorty pack that's only about 195 grams. That keeps my rear end light. You know, I don't pick up as much speed as I want sometimes whenever I throttle out, but I've learned to adjust, slowly pick up that speed, and it will take off then. But it helps keep this Sprint 2 sideways, and that's kind of the way I went with it. A little bit more front weight than rear weight, and it seemed to work out with this Sprint 2. I think that about does it. Thank you, everybody. It's Oryon RC, again at Orion's Belt. Like, subscribe. Any questions, any comments on anything, Sprint 2, any kind of chassis. I got a D4 sitting there. I am actually about to start a video on a full custom YD2 build. I went way overboard, but it's going to be an awesome chassis. That's the route I'm going to go now. I think I'm going to start running that car. Hopefully I enjoy it. I like it. I'm pretty sure I will. Everybody's loved that chassis. That there in the back corner, excuse me, that sounded ridiculous there in country, but that in the back corner right there, it's covered up, is my team body. Parts have not showed up like I expected them to. It's been a little while. I'm waiting on my exhaust from a company that, you know, taking a little longer than I expected for shipping, but no biggie. I've got my intercooler in by Dimension RC. Awesome, love it. And I've got the light kit I need to install. And then this one's getting sprayed the exact same color. That's your Overdose 86. And then your Pandora Chaser 4-door, the Origin Labo kit. So these are both going to be the 2017 Oryon RC team bodies. This one's got a kind of marble paint job. You can't really see it right now. Maybe you can, but not too good. They're both going to be the exact same. So Sprint 2 upper motor mount, full custom with Eagle arms. Again, guys, it's Orion's Belt down here in Navarre, Florida, Gulf Breeze, Florida. Look me up, come see me. Oh, this is what I wanted to say real quick. This is what I was super stoked about. Yeah Racing's barriers. You can fill them up with sand, water, whatever you desire there, I guess, if you will. And they add some good amount of weight, and they really don't, you know, I'm really happy with those, you know. I bought more than I probably needed, but it just looked right on the track right there. It was a good setup. Once you fill up with water, you ain't going through them, just put it that way. You ain't destroying your boxes and all your parts and stuff that you need for your garage. So I'm probably gonna end up picking up a couple more. That's how much I liked them. So I'll set them up as I need to, you know, put a little marker points here in the corners so you can come out a little wider and try little corners, little practice points. So Oryon RC, Orion's Belt, thank you everybody up here at the track. About to get sideways, it looks like, for a couple of minutes. Thank you, guys.